So, Infinity Nikki has had a very good patch, and of course, we have new people joining us. Hopefully, a lot of new people over time. I have heard that others have output really good reviews for the game recently as well, which means that new people are likely to join the community, try the game, and maybe stick around. But there is the issue of it's actually quite hard to join a gacha 1.5 years in, and probably especially hard when it is a clothes-based gacha, just because of all of the clothes that you don't have. And this isn't just about the limited time banners, it is about how this whole game works. Feeling like I'm left behind. This is mostly just to vent to the void. But I feel like I'm so behind and that I can't catch up. I finally started playing Infinity Nikki about a month ago because I grew and matured as a person. It occurred to me that even though I didn't end up continuing to play a different gacha game, I did really enjoy it, and that I would probably enjoy others. So when I got an ad for Infinity Nikki again, I finally started playing it and I really enjoy it. But there are outfits and abilities I can't access and probably won't be able to access for ages. Which is fine, except it also means I can't really use a lot of awesome outfits in the lookbook because I'm missing key pieces of it. And I could be able to if I had started playing sooner. But I didn't because I thought it was dumb and a waste of time and I played cooler games. Worst reason? That I thought it was too girly. Plus, there's just so much story and event that I haven't seen yet. I was planning to play through Wishfield before Itzalan, but after playing a bit, I felt like I was missing out on the events currently happening, so I started doing Itzalan instead, which is super fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. A couple of the side quests so far have made me cry, but it feels like I have to keep on focusing on Itzalan because the events are gonna be over soon, and I want to enjoy them as much as I can, and get whatever free resonance crystals I can. And none of this is the end of the world, and I'm definitely still gonna play, but being behind and feeling like I've missed out sucks sometimes. Yay for the vent into the void. I do actually feel a bit better. Reading something like this made me think about how new user onboarding experience could be made better, and I feel like there's two key items that old players would have had access to that new players did not, that maybe we should think about. First of it is all of the free outfits that we have gotten very early on into the game's lifespan. There was maybe 3 patches where they were pumping out 3 free outfits a patch, and then after a while these free outfits have reran, and then they never came back again. I know that there's some status applied to having exclusive outfits that other people don't, but at the same time, a lot of these outfits are 3-star outfits that honestly mostly would only interest a new player because I feel like us old players have a lot more shiny sets. I think Infold could really benefit from maybe releasing 50% of all free patch outfits released in the first year, taking those and placing onto a outfit store where you could get them for blings, aka the free currency, so that not only did you have the boutiques, but you had some old sets that new players could get and earn and enjoy in the game at about the time when they are most likely gonna want to enjoy more simplistic 3-star outfits. Another thing that I really can't stop thinking about that's not necessarily very new player friendly is Tranquil Thoughts. This material. It's because it is gated to be once per week for the boss fight appropriate to the region. You need 7 of those per outfit evolution, we have 2 miracle outfits in Wishfield and we have 3 in Itzaland. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my last Itzaland's outfit, which is gonna take, that's 4 weeks, that's 7, so 11 weeks so far, and then add another 7, so 18 weeks. It's gonna take me 18 weeks to reach the final evolution still for the last miracle outfit from Itzaland. And if I divide 18 weeks by about 4, that's what, like 5 months? I feel like I'm gonna be pushing to get this before the next region comes out and we start getting new miracle outfits. My fault for missing a couple weeks in between miracle outfits, but the timings for actually collecting these and actually finishing these, they're pretty minuscule. It must feel kind of bad to be a new player and then have to figure out which of the miracle outfits you're gonna be going for, especially considering that whenever we have Realm of Breakthrough double rewards going, you can only claim double rewards for one of these boss fights, meaning that you can only invest it into either a Wishfield miracle outfit or into Itzaland miracle outfit. You can't have double rewards for both of these, which means that as a new player it would be kind of overwhelming. When it comes to time gates like these, I don't really want them to insult old players by making it easier over time, especially considering that, for example, Silvergale Aria is the kind of outfit that's supposed to feel more like an achievement. But I feel like we can divide the amount of heartfelt / tranquil thoughts that you require per evolution in half when the outfit ages out. So let's say after a year, after the outfit's release, you just divide the time gate that you need to get all of the evolutions by half. I think that this would work as kinda a soft mechanic of allowing new players to work towards something significant at kinda a bit of a faster pace. So at this point, Wishful Rosa would be taking less time, and probably also Silvergale Aria, though Silvergale Aria is also time gated by the insane energy requirements to raise all of your skills to the appropriate level to even start farming for it. But what I'm saying is that old content, Wishmaster Chigda, Heartfelt Thoughts, you would effectively cut down the time gate over here by half, which would probably allow new players to catch up faster and play with that stuff that to us is already kinda old. So, hey, if somebody was evolving Wishful Rosa every 3 weeks, despite the fact that it took you 7, would you care at this point as a player, honestly? Because I don't care. Obviously, there's only so much that you can cut down a time gate because you do still want to keep the time gate there, so I would say stop cutting it down there. Just give some sort of ability for newer players to catch up to those old suits a tiny bit faster. I would say that that would do a lot of good in, allowing new players into the game and giving them something more fun and more exclusive. My last point would be about combating FOMO a little, and I do know that this is not something that a company would want to do, but kind of feel like this suggestion would be even good for absolutely everybody. How about 2 years after the content release cycle, so by the time we start 3.x, you allow people to select one permanent pink banner. AKA, you allow them to select one limited resonance from all of the wish field banners, and it can like live as their permanent banner over here, and it would still cost the exact same amount of pink crystals, of course. It's just a way to allow the newer players to access one of those limited releases and still pay the exact same money everybody else has paid for it. And of course you would still need to wait for reruns for absolutely everything else, but it would just get them like the tiny smidge of a taste of something that they missed. I've seen some gachas do this and like put a month limit, so they will allow you to select an old 5-star, but you kind of have like a very limited amount of time to pull for it. I guess that would be an okay solution, but I feel like that kind of incites the feeling of FOMO and, well, not so good feelings. So I'd rather we just allowed everybody to have one permanent pink pull banner from the selection of all the pink pull banners that came out like during the wish field era by the time we start 3.0, so that we can focus on that one thing that we want the most out of the limited banners. And if we really wanted to, we could, like, you know, pay for it. This means more banners, this means new players being able to access more pretty dresses earlier on. I think it is a win-win situation. Outside of maybe some old players will get pissed that someone is not suffering from FOMO and does not need to wait for a rerun of a banner, but I feel like if you gave that option to everybody, to just like set one old limited banner that will forever live on this as like a option for you to pull on. If you allowed everybody to do this, I think nobody would object to it, and I see absolutely nothing but upsides to it. And this is kind of where my suggestions for how to onboard new players easier end. So I would like to just ask, what do you think about that? Do you think that these are good like ideas, or do you have your own? Because if you can think of how to entice more people into our little dress-up community without upsetting the people that are already here, I would be all ears. I think you should share those ideas in the comment section. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching this video, and maybe we should float these ideas around, because I just want us to have more players playing with us, man, and I do know how hard it is to pick up a new gacha. After all, I decided to pick up Withering Waves once it has been running for a few years already, so, you know, it kind of, the longer the gacha runs, the harder it is to actually join it, so the easier we make that process for new players, I think the better. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you so much for my Patreon supporters, and see you in my other videos. Toodaloo.